Previously on Way Better Than Fingers.
Hey, where am I?
Uh-oh. Did he just turn into a hologram and then disappear?
Uh-oh. What do you mean, uh-oh? Fred? What the hell's going on? Did Marty transport back to you?
I'm sorry, there is no Marty here, or anywhere else that my instruments can detect for that matter. When the DE power surge hits the transporter, there seems to have been a malfunction.
You think?
So you're saying that Marty is dead?
No, not dead, just,
Unavailable?
Indisposed?
Not at this number?
Why isn't he here? Where did he go? And what do you mean a hologram? I thought that was just a video call. If he's a hologram, why did he tell me he wasn't on social media?
The DE is fluctuating wildly, and apparently it's merged with several of the other ship's systems. There's no predicting what it will do next.
Perhaps finding the off button would be useful right about now.
Good luck with that. Fred's been through every manual he can find, and he still doesn't know why it keeps turning itself on and off. Maybe the DE is actually a long-lost cousin from your home dimension.
even our people know better than to merge with a DE. Those things can be a bit twitchy.
You don't say.
Okay, who are you and what are you doing in Marty's house? And why are there so many voices? You hear the voices too, right? They're just not in my head. My therapist told me something like this might happen. This is all Marty's fault.
My name's John, and those voices you're hearing, they're just,
And my name is Fred. I'm the technical support representative for Slipper Tech, a unique home automation service.
Oh, you're the people who remodeled Marty's house. He said you were going to make the lights turn on automatically. Do you open doors too?
Actually, Fred just got promoted. He's the new chief engineer. Pretty cool, huh?
Why does a house need a chief engineer? And why do I keep hearing voices? Am I going crazy? Marty always said I was as crazy as a bag of feral cats on acid, but I don't even like cats. I'm a dog person. I think dogs are cuter than cats, don't you?
Hey, every starship needs a chief engineer, and Fred's the best. He can read manuals and everything.
Starship? What does a house have to do with starships?
Look out the window.
I'm not sure that's the best strategy here.
She'll figure it out sooner or later.
But the house doesn't have a window. It's just that big long video screen covered with stars. Does Marty get cable? I know some pretty good cooking shows.
I think it's probably best if we keep you away from open flames. And that's not a video wall. It's a view screen. The house is currently in space, and we're located...
Coming up on Earth now, boss. Standard orbit?
Standard orbit. At least until we figure out what to do next.
You're that woman Marty was talking to last time I called. Are you his new girlfriend? Or are you just a voice? Are you hiding from me? Is it because you're not pretty? It's okay, you can come out. Marty and I are obviously not going to work, so I might as well meet you.
She doesn't have a body. None of us have bodies. Although it is pretty fun to try one on every now and then. We're actually...
Computer programs. Yeah, they're all computer programs, except Fred. He's human. But he's calling in from Earth, so you just can't see him. But yeah, it's all that fancy artificial intelligence stuff, so they really sound lifelike.
So we're really in space?
Afraid so.
Why would you be in space with Marty's house? He doesn't like heights, and I might be crazy, but I know that houses can't fly, right? I mean, except for that old movie about the little girl from Kansas and the tornado and her little dog. That was a cute little dog, but her house landed on a witch. Are we chasing witches? You mean witches are real?
Yeah, about that.
This is all part of some very experimental technology. We'll have to get you to sign an NDA when we land. In the simulation.
Simulation? You mean this isn't real? So if it's not real, then I can just leave, right? Except where's the door? You mean Marty built a house without any doors? Geez, I guess he really didn't want to see me anymore.
We don't have time for this.
Right. Listen, Cindy, is it?
Uh-huh.
I know this is going to be a little hard for you to understand, but we're not actually computer programs. Have you ever heard of alternate realities?
You mean all that stuff that people talk about when they're on drugs? Freaky visions and things like that? Is this one of those drug experiments? I don't think I'd be very good at a drug experiment. I don't really like drugs. Aspirin gives me a headache.
Are you sure it's not the other way around?
That's what my doctor always says when I visit him.
No, not altered reality. Alternate reality.
Oh, you mean like the multiverse, alternate dimensions, parallel Earths, and endless variations of the same time and space that we think of as normal reality?
I thought she was supposed to be crazy.
We all have our moments.
How do you know about all that stuff?
I like to read.
Finally, someone who can read.
Hey, I can read.
So you guys aren't computer programs at all, are you? I bet you're beings from an alternate dimension, aren't you? And where you're from, people just don't have bodies, right? So you have to pretend to be computer programs so that you don't get caught? Is it against the law to not have a body? I tried having an out-of-body experience once with my old boyfriend, but he got arrested. Are we gonna get arrested?
He got arrested for being out of his body? Well, that hardly seems fair.
I think it had something to do with the pills he was taking. They said uncontrollable substances were illegal or something like that. I was running too fast to hear it all.
So you don't think it's strange that we're from another dimension? Aren't you afraid of us?
Of course not. I meditate. All my friends do. We're very spiritual. And isn't that the whole point of meditation, to explore strange new worlds and seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go?
I think you're headed for a mixed metaphor there.
Oh no, I never mix my metaphors. My doctor says it affects my allergies. So if we're in space, what happened to Marty?
You want to take this one, Fred? I'm not sure I even know where to begin.
Of course, Cindy. If you're familiar with multiple dimensions, it shouldn't be that hard to follow. We have a dimensional engine.
You mean that DE thingy?
Yes, the DE thingy that can move between dimensions. But ours has been starting and stopping at random intervals. And now it seems to have integrated with the transporter. And apparently voice communications. I'm guessing that's how you got transported in when you called. And it must have been Marty to some other dimension. It's hard to say. There was a lot of shooting going on at the time, and DEs aren't particularly fond of gunfire.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Just like that?
Sure, it all makes perfect sense to me. Doesn't it make sense to you? I mean, it's not like we could possibly be alone in a universe this big and complicated, so if they're a people-built engine, they'd have to be complicated too, right? And I think complicated is a bad thing. I mean, Marty always used to tell me that I was complicated, so if your machines are complicated, then that's probably why they have so much trouble. In alternate dimensions, do machines have relationships? I bet it's hard.
Okay.
Answer the damn call already. I haven't got all day.
Zynga G?
It's about time. So did you get my message?
Your message? Yes. The money? Not so much.
You get paid when you deliver.
You don't trust me?
Let's just say I have trust issues.
Tell it to your therapist. I always deliver.
I'm counting on it. These dimensional engines are very tricky things. I've never actually seen one before, and I certainly wouldn't trust my crew to take it out of that transport ship once we board it.
I've got plenty of experience with that technology. You just keep an eye out for that IDP detective. She doesn't care about the local pirates here, but the moment I touch anything interdimensional, I could end up on her radar. I'm taking a pretty big risk getting involved with this, Zynga. You better pay up like you said you would. And don't try any of your tricks. It's not like I don't understand the rules of the pirate game, you know?
Yeah, you'll get your money. You just make sure you meet me at the coordinates I give you. Then get onto that transport, grab the engine, and bring it to me before anyone knows what's happened. We'll be gone and having a drink at Chan Chan's before those dimwits know what hit them.
Listen, kid, I don't have time to hold your hand. So just try to stay out of trouble, would ya? I don't want to have to extract you from the stomach of a gargantuous alpha worm like my last partner.
Last partner?
My. Joxawana Joe of the Interdimensional Police.
She knows your name?
In a pirate bar, everyone knows her name. Welcome to Chon Chon's. I'm Gleenick, the proprietor of this fine establishment.
So I've heard.
You've got quite the reputation, although I don't know how you've managed to live so long if you're this stupid. My patrons aren't exactly fans of the police, intergalactic or otherwise.
Maybe we should just look somewhere else instead of...
Just give her the money, Timmy.
That's quite a lot of galactic credits. I didn't think the IDP had that kind of a budget.
You're not even supposed to know about other dimensions, let alone the IDP. That's classified.
Seriously, does it look like we're overly concerned with rules and regulations here, detective?
Fair point. And that's not IDP money. Let's just say it's my discretionary funds.
Seized from pirates, no doubt.
Like you care.
Not if it's going into my pocket, I don't.
So are you going to invite us in or what?
Sure, come on in. I'm dying to know what you want for this amount of money. No refunds, of course.
Of course. Timmy, wait here. I'll be back in a minute.
You want me to stay here?
You'll be fine. Just avoid eye contact.
Some of these guys have a lot of eyes.
So, jocks, what brings you to an asteroid bar if it's not a death wish? Looking to change sides?
I'm looking for a pirate.
So it is a death wish. That's refreshing.
I need information about an interdimensional crew I'm chasing. Your local pirates aren't my problem as long as they stay in their own dimension. I'm looking for Zinga G.
You and the entire intergalactic police force. Detective, I didn't realize you'd come here to entertain me.
I don't want to arrest him. And I'm not interested in doing the IGP's job for them. I just want to talk. He knows who I'm looking for and where to find her.
And what makes you think he'd tell an interdimensional pirate hunter?
I have excellent bargaining skills.
Okay, I can make the arrangements. You certainly paid well enough for it. I see your little partner is still alive over there. But he won't be for long if he touches one of those appendages.
Hey, Timmy, get over here.
Strange creatures. I've never seen a dance like that before.
They're not dancing.
Hey, you three! You can't do that in public. Get a room, you cheapskates.
So you'll put me in touch with Zinga?
Sure, I know someone who can work as a go-between. But IDP or not, I wouldn't recommend trying to double-cross Zinga G. The galaxy is dusted with the atoms of those who did.
Like I'm afraid of pirates.
Intergalactic Police, please hold. Intergalactic Police, please hold. Intergalactic... I'm sorry, ma'am, but if your son has been arrested, you should call a lawyer, not us. No, ma'am, lawyers aren't illegal in every galaxy, just the reputable ones. Intergalactic Police, please hold.
So tell me, Albie, why are you so dead set on implicating the people at Slipper Tech? You work for them, isn't that kind of screwing your own team?
Hey, that Slipper Tech job is what got me into this mess in the first place. I mean, I was just supposed to be a salesman. Then they had me running all these errands to get them parts for whatever it is they're building back on Earth. Next thing you know, I'm caught in the middle of an IGP raid just because I was there when you guys moved in. How is that my team?
So you're just an innocent victim in all this, right?
Okay, look, I know we have our history, but I'm telling you, Detective, this time I really am innocent. I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. See, they asked me to go to...
Hello, Gleamic. You're looking more lovely than ever. Did you get your tentacles done?
Zinga G, always the smooth talker. How have you been? Heard you got shot at recently. You're not scratching the paint job on my old ship, are you?
Nothing a good repair crew can't iron out. Besides, it's good to have a few dents and things. Gives one an air of credibility.
I've heard too much credibility can kill you.
Only if you're slow. So where is she? First she shoots at me, and now she's late. I swear, some people have no manners whatsoever.
I would have been here sooner if that bouncer didn't make me hand over all my weapons at the door.
Oh?
Well, no more than you have.
Do you see any weapons on me?
But those are the best kinds, right?
So I've been told.
I've got to say, Zig, you're more forgiving than I'd be. Never thought I'd see you joking around with the likes of the IDP.
Hey, business is business. It's nothing personal, right, Detective?
Depends on who you ask.
Speaking of which, where's your errand boy?
My partner is on the ship, trying to undo whatever damage Zinga did to our generators. What the hell do you have those guns loaded with anyway? They certainly pack a punch.
Trade secret, of course.
Of course.
So you called this little meeting. What do you want?
I'll let you two get down to business. But play nice, Zinga. The last time we were shut down for 2 weeks repairing all the damage. You still owe me for that, you know.
And you know I'm good for it. Besides, I think the bits and pieces you couldn't quite clean off the walls give your establishment a certain
credibility.
Don't you have a bar to run?
Don't push your luck.
Whatever.
So, you're looking for Luminatica Cassini, and you think I can help you, right? What's in it for me?
What do you want?
The police don't usually offer anything that I would enjoy.
I'm not one of your local galactic knuckle draggers. Besides, I'm not exactly on the clock here. So what do you want?
Let's just say you can help me settle an old score.
As long as it stays in this dimension.
Oh, he's local, all right. There's a certain merchant of exclusive commodities that I need to track down.
A smuggler.
We had a business arrangement where I obtained items of a high monetary value with the agreement that he would then transport them to my customers.
You hijacked a ship and the smuggler was supposed to sell the spoils for you. And what happened, Zing? You pull a fast one on you? Not good for the reputation, you know.
My reputation will be fine. At least it will be once I locate him. But he's got some sort of fancy technology that always keeps him one step ahead of me. Whenever I get to a set of coordinates, he's already gone. I need to catch him before he has the chance to jump to another galaxy. You got any fancy IDP tech that'll help me do that?
And here I thought this was gonna be hard. Just give me the info on his ship. I'll know his location 5 minutes before he does. You can be waiting for him, and what happens next, I don't want to know. So what about your end of the deal? Where's Luminatica Cassini?
Well, it looks like this is going to be easy for both of us. I participated in a, shall we say, joint venture with her not long ago. Part of her, compensation was a rather large quantity of ancillion foot fungus treatment.
Foot fungus?
Do you really care?
I really don't.
Anyway, that stuff reeks in more ways than one. Leaves a radiation trail that lasts for months. Very subtle, very hard to detect. Unless...
You have the right equipment to detect it with?
As it turns out, I happen to have recently acquired just such a piece of equipment. I give it to you, you get Cassini, I get my smuggler. Deal?
Deal.
People who break deals with me.
Save it, pirate. I've seen a lot scarier than you. I'll tell Timmy to pick it up from your ship. And try not to shoot him, would ya? I really don't need the paperwork.
Hey, John! Do you and Fred have that DE settled down yet? I'm still getting all sorts of crazy readings here.
Oh, don't get your bites in an uproar. We're doing the best we can given the distractions.
What distractions?
Do you see the crazy girl around here anywhere?
Oh, that can't be good.
Okay. The manual says that in order to connect the DE to the ship systems, it has to be done at a specific time of day due to dimensional alignment. It's a little vague on the topic of disconnecting.
Time of day? How can you tell time of day? I mean, time is a constant. Well, at least I think it is. But what is interdimensional time? Is that like Central Standard Time on Earth? Does the universe have time zones? And how many hours are in a day?
Okay, but could you please step back a little? I need room to work here.
But I just want to see what's going on. This is my first time in an interdimensional ship. It's so exciting.
It would be even more exciting if he made a mistake and you found your body parts scattered across 14 different dimensions. Perhaps a little personal space is not entirely unreasonable here.
Could that even happen? I mean, be in 14 different dimensions at once? How would that work? And what would I wear? I mean, do I have to buy different clothes for each part of the body? Is there an interdimensional clothing store? That would be fun. I've never been interdimensional to shopping before. Do they take credit cards?
Girls.
What are those two pieces you're trying to connect? They don't look like they go together.
And where did you get your engineering degree?
Well, you don't need a degree for common sense and intuition. I mean, just look at those two. They clearly don't go together. Now, these two pieces here are obviously designed to work with each other. Look, if I connect them like this...
Wait, don't touch those together. That'll make the...
For full credits, a peek behind the scenes, and more, be sure to visit the Way Better Than Fingers home on ChristopherDuncan.com.